Coming up, a look at all the weekend's action with TitanBet. We start with the big one at Anfield, as struggling Liverpool take on Chelsea. Warm welcome along then. I'm joined this week by Chris, who paid the most money, so he gets to sit in. We start with the first game of the day, Liverpool against Chelsea. Liverpool struggling. Tipped up Newcastle last week, if you were on that one. This time they face Chelsea. Give Chelsea the title now. Nobody's going to stop them. Nobody's anywhere near as good as them. Certainly not Liverpool. They can't find a striker worth his name. They got rid of Luis Suarez. That was obviously a mistake. Daniel Sturridge is injured, and the other three can't find a goal between them. I'm going for a 3-0 away win.
Big prediction from you, I have to say. I wasn't going to go that big, but I am going to back Chelsea. They seem unstoppable, don't they, at the moment? Nobody seems to be able to get the better of them, no matter what sort of side they come up against. I'm going for a 1-0 away win, and I think there could well be a red card in this one. Frustrations boiling over for the Reds.
1-0, how dull. Next on the list is Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Louis van Gaal has got less points than David Moyes had at this point last season. I don't see banners being flown across the top of Old Trafford demanding his exit. Anyway, they take on a Palace side. They need 3 points. They'll easily get them, not because Neil Warnock's team are no good, but because the Premier League keep picking on them. They should get penalties in every game. They're not getting any. So go for a Manchester United win. Possibly a red card in this one, I think, for Palace. The frustration that Chris mentioned in the previous game may come out at Old Trafford. Reds to win 2-0.
I'm going to go bigger than you for once, I have to say. I fancy more goals. I think United, they've got no defenders, have they? A lot of injury problems to contend with. So go out, all-out attack, I think, is the way to go for Van Gaal. I'm going for United to win by 3 or more goals. Palace, not won at Old Trafford since 1991. It's not going to change.
Possibly not. Next, the Sunday game, the 4 o'clock game on the Sunday. Swansea take on Arsenal. Swansea played at Everton last week. I can hardly remember an effort on goal. They keep possession, but they don't attack. It's the dullest form of football I've ever seen. Arsenal, powder puff all over the place, but I think they'll have enough to pass the ball around the Swan side and eventually come out 3-1 winners for Arsene Wenger's men, unaffected probably by their efforts in the Champions League this week.
I think Swansea might do something against Arsenal this weekend. I think they've got a good home record. They've only lost 1 in the last 7 at home. Arsenal have won on their last 2 visits to South Wales. But I just fancy Wilfred Boney to outmuscle that Arsenal backline, which doesn't have any defenders, much like Manchester United. I'm going to go for 2-2.
2-2? No chance. Moving on to Saturday's game, we start with Burnley against Hull.
Well, I don't think there's going to be many goals in this one. Last 4 of these meetings have finished 1-0 to one of those sides. Hull to win it 1-0, under 1.5 goals.
3 o'clock on Saturday, Burnley against Hull, Chris.
Can't see there being many goals in this one. 4 of the last 5 meetings have finished at 1-0. Under 1.5 goals, I think, is the bet. And I cannot see the Clarets picking up a away win for the Tigers.
How is that a Premier League game, Burnley against Hull? Also at 3 o'clock, Southampton against Leicester.
Yep, home win for Southampton. Leicester scored 2 in the last 5 since they hammered Manchester United. Southampton have kept clean sheets. Southampton to win to 0. Got to be the bet of the weekend, I think.
Saints, 9 on the board. Easy. They can't stop scoring. The Foxes haven't won since they beat Manchester United. They've gone to pieces. Get your money on a big score. Also, West Ham against Aston Villa. Villa, another side who can't score. Hammers, though, without Diafri Sakho maybe, could be a struggle.
Can't see it being a struggle. I think Villa are struggling themselves, for want of a better word. I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for the Hammers and for them to continue their good form.
I bet the team in Claret win. Moving on, QPR against Manchester City. Queen's Park Rangers, Harry Redknapp, had a good go at Chelsea. They're taking on City. I reckon this time they won't have a good go. I'm looking at City by 5.
Wow. I think QPR get something from this game.
He's a nutter!
I think Aguero and Dzeko will score. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think it'll be 2-2. QPR have shown signs of improvement recently, and I fancy that to be the upset of the weekend, if you will.
Charlie Austin, first goal scorer for QPR. That's a good bet. He's the only one who ever scores for them. Moving on to Sunday, quite a few games because of the Europa League. Everton take part in that. They are up at 1:30 away at Sunderland. Sunderland buoyed by 3 points at Crystal Palace. Everton, though, I think just about finding their feet. They're getting the players back, and I think Roberto Martinez and his men will just put enough past Sunderland and possibly a 2-1 victory.
Ooh, contradictions this week are plenty. I think Sunderland are going to make it back-to-back wins. They've got a decent home record. Last time out they did lose to Arsenal, but that was their first defeat at home. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Sunderland.
We shall wait and see on that one. Everton. Tottenham against Stoke also at 1:30. Spurs, well, a bit of a mismatch every time they play. You never know what you're going to get from them. I don't think we're going to get a lot on Sunday. I fancy Mark Hughes' men to grind out a rather dull 1-0 win against the Spurs side, who struggle at home in front of their own fans. Got booed off last time.
Yeah, only 2 wins out of 5 at home is not good enough, is it, for Tottenham? A team of that size should be doing a lot better. I think they will sneak it, though, this weekend. Draw half-time, Tottenham full-time.
We shall wait and see. Also, West Brom against Newcastle. Newcastle resurgent, the form team of the Premier League, but the bag is going well as well. I fancy this one to be a high-scoring draw. I've got 2-2 written all over it.
Finally, we agree on something. 2-2 is what I've got written down. Newcastle going well, aren't they? I think unbeaten in the last 5. West Brom got a very good home record. Don't think much is going to give. Score draw.
There you go. That's your lot. Don't forget to check out all the latest prices with TitanBet.co.uk.